It's another graduation day. Boy, I walked into the tack room this morning, and yes, it had a stink to it because these guys, are starting to get to the point that their tub needs cleaned almost more than once a day. But the more important part is it was a million billion degrees in there. I might be exaggerating slightly, but not by much. It was hot. And the temperature outside right now is only in the 60s-ish. It's humid. Yesterday was hot. Today is going to be extremely hot. So, even if I turned off the heat lamp in there, it would be really, really warm and probably too warm for them at this point. So they're a little shell-shocked as they move into their new graduation digs. Now, yeah, it's going to be 90 degrees out, but they still have a heat lamp because they don't, oh, look, perching. Baby's first perch. See, then they're ready to go. Even though it's going to be 90 degrees out, even though they're going to be exposed to that heat, right? The door to the outside is right here. They still need the heat lamp because they're not feathered out. They're not fully grown. They would still tuck themselves under mama. I'll come down this afternoon to feed the baby, to feed Ladybug anyway. So if I find that they're too warm, I can certainly turn it off at that point. But it's going to be one of those play it by ear type of situations. Look at our little duckling. He or she just the best. We've got a mix here of chicks that are going on almost 2 weeks old. These are the ones that look pretty awkward and stupid, right? They're kind of tall on their legs, but their bodies haven't filled in. They've got feathers some places and not others. And then you've got our duck and our chick who are a little less than a week old at this point. So they'll all be fine like this. If they were too hot, they wouldn't be huddled under the heat lamp. They would be spread out to the other areas of their space. But right now, I think they're just a little shell-shocked. And they're just settling in. The duck, of course, first to the water. No problem there. The biggest risk we have, and usually the chickens are pretty good about not rolling off the edge there. But of course, I do keep it shut because ducks are not as smart and they will roll off the edge. The chicks kind of come to the edge and look over and go, yeah, that's too far. But the ducklings, not so much. So that is what is going on. I've cleaned their tub. I'm a sweaty, hot, disgusting mess already. So nothing like starting the day melting. But the inside tub is clean and ready for the next inhabitants, should we get any. And these guys are now in stage 2 of grow out. So stage 1 was in the tack room. I'm going to close them up now just so that I don't have any emergency rescues that have to happen while I'm on camera. So yes, it's homemade. Yes, it works fantastically. It's been through several iterations. It's, at this point, it's, I think, on its 3rd year. I love it. The thing works fabulously. It may not be the prettiest thing in the world, but it is perfect. So once they get through stage 2 here, and stage 2 here is pretty much until either they're too big to be in here, or they've gone a couple of days without the heat lamp overnight. As soon as our weather is that warm that they don't need the heat lamp overnight, boom, they're out to the big pen. And as I've talked about before, the big pen, although right now it's collapsed, it has aerial cover, so it has a roof, it has sides, it's inside fence line, so it's literally double fenced. It's got the pasture fence around it, and then it in itself is fenced, set into a solid base, so there's no digging up from underneath. And they move out to here where they can safely grow out free from any risk of predators, but also really have the full environment. They're surrounded by weeds and bugs and flies, and they just have a blast catching things, eating things, and learning how to be birds. So that is stage 3. And then once they're done with stage 3, they move out into our big flock and live like birds. But today is graduation day and they just moved out. So that's a quick update on the birds. And I'm kind of happy that they're outside in this environment now because, again, the tack room was getting a little too warm. Plus, as much as I love baby birds, no matter how much I love them, the truth of the matter is baby birds have an odor to them. And in an enclosed area, it starts to smell. So I'm happy when they're moved out. This is much better. I can't smell them. You can't smell them. They can't smell themselves. It's much easier to clean. It's super easy to clean. Actually, the floor that we use is perfection for cleaning. It's literally, I use a paint scraper, just scrape the floor from all the poop and any excess food that they've scattered around. And I do that twice a day. Takes 10 seconds and it's awesome. So much easier than having them on shavings, and kind of quite a bit more natural, to be honest with you, because they don't have shavings in the real world. So that is the scoop there. And here's Mr. B looking all clean and pretty. Big shout out to Glamour Paws for being able to do that to him. I don't even know how they get you so clean. Isn't that right? She gets you so clean and so happy. So that's all we've got for today. Until next time, there's work to be done. Bye for now.